Nasscom Product Conclave. I'm Vasanthi Hariprakash. We've been having conversations with product and service entrepreneurs, even with accelerators. But now we have an early stage investor with us. Welcome to the show, Anil Joshi of Unicorn India Ventures. You're pretty much someone who at least the startups want to be associated with. So I would like to start off by asking you, what gets your attention, Anil?
So India, had gone through, change over last 5 years in early stage space. When I entered in angel investment space 5-6 years back, there were hardly any investors. Even the quantum of startups happening in India were low. But things have changed a lot in last couple of years, especially on quality and quantity side. And the investment have also increased. But still, there is a lot of gap which need to be filled. We do have early stage VCs like Bloom, like K, like India Quotient, but still the quantum of startups happening in India across length and breadth. Still, there is a lot of room for new early stage VCs to come up. So, with that objective to fill this peculiar vacuum created by investor side, I thought I can play a role after having spent 3 to 4 years dealing very closely with startups. So during Mumbai Angel time, was involved closing some 50 transactions.
Wow, okay.
And that was across, it was sector agnostic. So have spent time with entrepreneurs in agri space, entrepreneurs in tech space, entrepreneurs in service space. However, not all investors, look at, or sector agnostic. So I felt that there is a gap, and the kind of expertise which I got exposed over last 4-5 years, I thought can be leveraged. Indian investors have now started looking at investing in early stage, which was not the case.
When startups approach you, what are the traits, the qualities that you look for in them?
So for me, it's very simple. Since I am an early stage investor, there is not much to evaluate on business side. So couple of things which get my attention is, of course, one is team. What is founders background, what they have done, why they are doing this, do they have relevant experience to deal with growing market. Secondly, what are their solutions, is there any IP involved in it, do they have any disruptive technology or product or services which can dent the market. For example, look at Ola Cab, what they were and now what they are today.
Oh, yeah.
It was totally disruptive. We had Meru Cab, we had Easy Cab, and there were a host of other radio cabs. But see Ola, how it has changed the landscape. Then certainly look for how big is the market. Is it just a domestic opportunity or a global opportunity, and does it have potential to scale up fast.
Right.
So not looking for something which can need to hold it for number of years, but can it scale up fast. And then of course, as an investor would like to see can we exit after 5-7 years. So these are few of the traits which I at least look at before investing in any company.
Has there been a time though, Anil, when you invested, you probably evaluated for all these qualities, and something went very wrong? So some learning that you took away as a person operating in this space?
So personally, I have made 20 investments, though was involved over 50 at a time when I was with Mumbai Angels. So some of the transaction got very fast, got closed very fast, but certain transactions took over a year. And when we were evaluating, we felt those opportunities were very apt, should have got closed, but why it's not happening. But then we realized that we need to spend more time with entrepreneur, or may give him feedback, he work on them, and then you close.
So an early stage investor in some sense also is a mentor.
So all investors do that, even growth VCs spend a lot of time, but the quantum of time which goes from early stage investor is slightly more, because most of the cases entrepreneurs are first time entrepreneur. They are excellent what they do day in day out, whether it's product service, but business is just not product and service.
That's true.
Beyond that. You have sales, you have marketing, you have finance, you have corporate governance, you have statutory requirement. You need to look at different countries' laws, regulations. So when startup comes, sometimes they are ignorant about something very basics, and this is not because they don't understand, but they don't know it. They are good in technology. So early stage investors, when they come in, they bring certain experience on board, apart from domain expertise in some cases or financial expertise, but they also bring host of other value add on table. And that if you need to attract bigger boys who write checks, bigger checks, you need to take care of certain governance part, you need to take care of ROC part, you need to look. In some cases when we have invested, we realize that company even doesn't have sales and service tax registration. So how do you so you help them making understand filing of returns. So early stage investors land up spending more time because of other smaller hygiene issues, but practically every investor spend a lot of time.
Well, I'm sure all that hand-holding is for a really good cause, and thank you so much for joining us, Anil, on this conversation.
Thanks, Vasanthi, for having me. Enjoyed my conversation. Thank you.